people who would traditionally be working in an ERP system now actually don't need an ERP license. And we all know ERP licenses are expensive. So now you're giving true end-to-end visibility, but actually those people that are working in a BPM solution don't need an ERP license. Do you want to just go into that in a little bit more detail?
No, I can, and what a game changer that is. So basically, and I can give you a really good example of something that we've actually done pretty recently with one of our customers. So we have a warehouse, a customer with quite a big warehouse that has come to us, and they've got a large number of people in the warehouse that maintain the warehouse. Amongst those is about 70 odd pickers that pick items from the shelves simply for sales. So the sales go through the process, and we get a bunch of pickers that run around the warehouse and they're fetching information. And so by introducing BPM to them, what we were able to do is take those 66 licenses, or whatever it was, around 70 licenses, and we managed to get those licenses out of the ERP. So that's a significant savings for them. And those users all use the BPM solution, and they're now able to process their picks directly in BPM, and BPM now controls those transactions in the ERP. So it makes it a lot more flexible, a lot more cost effective. And again, those users are running around with a device and scanning information in there, and the picking is actually happening a lot quicker. So it's a good win all around.
Absolutely. And I think that the other advantage is that, you give people in a warehouse an ERP license. There's a lot of stuff that they could do. You have to really button it down so that from a security perspective. And with Flow, we just create an interface and that's all they can do. So it's very simple, very easy to use.
Exactly. And something I didn't actually mention earlier with regards to that as well is that entails a lot of customization within your ERP. And often what happens then when it comes to doing things like upgrades, your upgrades become a very time-consuming and a costly process. When you introduce BPM, you don't have to configure or reconfigure your ERP that much. Your customizations in your ERP system are kept to a minimum. So when you are then going to do your upgrades, you are then able to upgrade a lot more easily. So BPM actually helps a lot with that process as well. So you keep your customizations out of the system in your BPM solution, making sure your BPM solution and your process flows are being adaptive, and you're leaving your ERP as standard as possible.